I imagine with the scaling and the differences in your team size, depending on the projects that you're dealing with, that probably presents particular challenges with maintaining a company culture. Is that something that you guys look at, company culture, and how do you look at that for a figure plant?
Yeah, it's a great question, and we absolutely do look at company culture. I study it regularly. I was just in involved in a business group with the Vistage organization, and we had a speaker the other day talking about culture, company culture. It's always been very important to me. In fact, I would say it's one of the reasons really that I started this business, or I should say went out on my own. I experienced so many, not so many, but enough places of employment that had poor culture and poor management, Peter principles at play, people being promoted into management positions just because of, duration of employment and, a hard, strict time clock. And I found that, especially in the creative industries, putting those kinds of reins and bounds on people doesn't really promote the creative process. So that's really what first inspired me to do it was, hey, I think I can make a workplace that is creative, that works in this creative industry, that's better than some of those situations I was in, and I think I can get more out of people and create an environment in which they are happier and more fulfilled than I have experienced. And so, yeah, we look at it constantly, and we're constantly working on improving and maintaining our company culture. I think it's critical. I think there are a lot of choices. I mean, it's a tough labor market right now, and so people have choices of where they want to work. And if it's not enjoyable, then why do it?
Well, I think the fact that you actually can scale up to get a project done speaks somehow to some success that you've had in that, because I think in my own industry, I don't prepare tax returns anymore, but having been a partner in an accounting firm, you have that tax season, and one of the constant problems is, well, you can't necessarily sustain a large pool of tax preparers all year round, but you need to somehow attract a group of people who want to come together just during the season, and that's a real challenge in our industry. And so I've lived that, and I know that ability to attract people to come work with you under unusual circumstances and unusual timing is that's a skill in itself.
Yeah, it's there are real downsides to that seasonality. For an employee, for a creative person, not having guaranteed full-time work, could be really challenging. So we have to counter that with something that makes it worth doing. So we do find that our culture is what does attract people and what does. I think, cause people to want to come work with us. It's worth it. They enjoy the work. They enjoy the way they're treated there, the way they're spoken to, the challenges that they face.